this whole time? Oh, good.
Oh, hello. Look at you. Yes, we can hear you. Ryan, my boy, how are
Mm.
you?
You know, they say every day's a gift, but some days I wish they kept the receipt, huh?
Ain't that the truth? You're kidding.
It doesn't matter. Hang on. It doesn't matter what day it is. If it's Monday up here, you can get a case of the Mondays that lasts all week long.
So the job's been treating you well, it feels like. Had everything been good? Job life is good. You're
Yeah, it's fine. It's going okay.
feel-
Everything's
feels like
pretty good.
feels like you're getting murdered with the small talk. I feel it. It's everybody that you talk to these days is just like yeah. Like we're not going any surface level. If I dig any deeper, I'm gonna start crying. Like I just need all small talk right now with any
People,
colleague.
yeah, people at work only have two speeds. They have trauma bonding, and then they have like, hey, Wednesday, halfway there, huh? You know what day it
Hi,
is,
how you
huh?
doing? Living the dream? Are you? Are you? You seem
Yeah.
so sad. You seem
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
sad. You can't be that sad. I'm happy to be here. You're listening to Set to Destroy. Thank you for tuning in. Kiss that subscribe button. Make out with that like button. Put your mask on and spit all over it. Do what you want to do. We're excited to be here. Things are crazy. Next week's the Super Bowl. Ryan, are you excited about the Super Bowl?
I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I wish that I could go to like a watch party, but that doesn't really seem like the right call. So, yeah, I'll be looking at updates on my phone because I don't think
Right.
I have. I don't know. I'm still like a little nervous that if I watch it, the Chiefs will lose. I didn't watch last year and they won, so I think I'll just probably do that. What about you?
Is that a superstition you have? If you watch Chiefs games, do they usually lose?
You know what it is I got to go to a lot of Chiefs games when I was a kid. My dad had tickets, and we were right behind, one of those little guys. And when the Chiefs lose a home game, or at least when they did, they played "You Can't Always Get What You Want" by the Rolling
Uh-huh.
Stones over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
And I feel like they lost every game I ever went to as a kid. It always ended with them playing that song. But that was like the not Patrick Mahomes era. So in all likelihood, they just weren't good back then. Like it wasn't my fault for being there. They just were not a
Sure.
good team yet.
It was Trent Green's fault. It wasn't your fault. I understand that. Yeah, I think you shouldn't watch the Super Bowl. I think, you've got nothing to party about. You don't want anybody, like she said, to bring out the pitchforks. I'll be watching it for sure. Just because, I have no bad luck about me. I'm really just good luck in general. That's why most people hang out with me. So I think
If the
that it's
Chiefs lose,
probably,
it's my fault.
yeah,
So,
that's cool. I'm down with that. That makes me feel, I think we,
but yeah,
it
we've
would
got a
take
special start time next Sunday. We're gonna start at like 9 o'clock Kansas City time. Is that right?
10 o'clock
Church
Kansas City
service.
time, 9 o'clock your
10 o'clock.
time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do our own little Sunday service. We're gonna do our little, get it out in the morning so you can go party in the afternoon. I think that'll be the right way to go. Tiny pitchforks. Uh,
Hmm.
I forget sometimes what the comments are about. I just remember that you said pitchforks, but I do imagine a mob with just like those back scratchers, those like tiny
Hmm.
back scratchers that you get for like your stocking stuffer, but
Hmm.
just chasing around a monster with those. I think that's a very cute idea.
I'm pretty sure a tiny pitchfork is just a fork. I don't think, but
Just
I don't
American
know. But
gossip.
yeah, burn me alive in my house if the Chiefs lose next Sunday. But Steven, I was going to tell you one quick thing. I got to do a show a few nights
Ooh,
ago, and
congrats.
here in the lovely city of Denver, Church to Destroy. That's the name of the episode. Very good, Spencer.
Name of the
Spencer's
episode.
proving to be a very valuable listener slash watcher of
One of the best audience
this
members
show.
we have.
Yeah. Props to everybody who comments on a regular basis. Angela, I don't think I know you, but you watch this and comment a lot. I appreciate that. And Natalia, obviously. My mom texted me today saying that she got a top. What is it? You get the badge. You get the top fan badge. Is that what I'm
Your
trying to
mom's the
say?
top
Yeah.
fan?
My mom's a top fan. She texts me every week and tells me what her thoughts are about the episode.
There we go.
And they're always pretty positive. Yeah.
My mom has never watched an episode, nor will she. She goes, "Hey, what's that thing you're doing?" I was like, "It's a podcast." She goes, "Should I watch it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." And she goes, "Great. I don't have time."
I don't have time to support you.
Ooh.
What did I say? I said Angela, and it's Angelia.
And Angelia. Will you DM us the pronunciation? Like if you're in a dictionary and it gives you the accents. We both went to college. We could probably read it.
She's gonna come at me with a pitchfork, even if the Chiefs win now. Jesus. Let's see. Who else can I alienate that supports us?
Ooh, that would be a fun game. We just pick an audience member every week to lose. Well, yeah, man.
Yeah. I was going to tell you a story, but it's stupid. I already changed my mind. I'm not going to tell you.
Well, now I
got
interested.
Heckled.
Wait, no, please tell me. I love when you get picked on and made fun of or do have weird sets. Angelia. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Angelia. All right.
Okay. Well, we made it there.
Yeah. I got heckled for being a Gemini at this show.
Nice.
Yeah,
Are you a Gemini?
People take that shit. Yeah. People take that shit very seriously here.
What was it like? They were booing you for being a Gemini?
I got a little bit of booze. Somebody yelled gross.
They didn't even hear the joke. They didn't even hear those setups.
Yeah, I said some. Yeah, and I got really defensive about it right away. It was like the very beginning of my set. I was just like, I was like, it wasn't up to me what time of the year my parents, did that. Like, stop. Yeah. And then something I asked, whatever. Ryan got heckled at an open mic at the Rhino. Haha.
Plenty of times, I'm sure.
I don't remember, Georgie. You'll have to be more specific. I don't remember getting heckled at the Rhino necessarily. I don't know. Isn't that how people usually react to your sets, Ryan? Just yelling gross. Normally, they're polite enough to whisper it quietly to their friends, but this person.
This is the grossest birthday
ever. Gross.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's a fun time around here. We're doing live stream events. We've got Body Language coming back to Barrel. We've got, Nerve Tonic. We're doing shows again. It feels like things are kind of coming back. You had an angry lady that Ben kicked out.
Angry lady that Ben had to kick out.
Are you talking about Chris Pine, Georgia?
Ryan got heckled. Man, I don't remember that at all, Georgie. I'm sure it happened.
Georgie, are you sure you're not thinking of Nick Secora?
No, I think I remember there was a lady that was yelling out, but I don't remember what she yelled out or what exactly happened. But because most of my memories of the Rhino mic are that they went really well. No. She's like, no, it didn't go really well. You're misremembering.
No.
You were doing good.
Carlos Shimon, our friend and comedian, commented a second ago, and I remember I used him as an example on one of our episodes earlier on, like as a story. She called Chris Pine the N-word. Wow.
That's not true. I don't.
What is with the Rhino and people shouting the N-word?
Is that a rumor we want to start here today?
What they think the N in Rhino stands for? They're wrong. That's not it.
It's River North. River North.
Steven, this is always the worst part of the show before we get to the guest, so maybe we should just introduce our guest.
Well, I think that the people want to see the two of us get along, but that's just really hard to do. And, I think that we struggle through these first few minutes of like seeing each other again. And then the guest really, we rally around the guest who brings us into the fold of making fun of them. And
that's why the guest is always in the middle between you and I.
Yeah, it's an Eiffel Tower situation, and that's where you and I really thrive. We're not a duo, we're a trio, baby. That's what we And there's nobody I'd rather be a third with than your guest today. Dude, I've worked with this guy. You introduced me to this guy. and he's become like a really dear friend. One of the people that I model, like just a hustler in the comedy scene, and like has made such a cool community out of a city and an area that you might not expect. And they just have like a really thriving comedy community. Ryan, tell the people about your friend and my friend.
Great guy, hard worker, funny guy, very hospitable. I've gotten to do shows in Northwest Arkansas with him, for him, whatever, a bunch of times now, and it's always such a good experience. And he lets me, crash at his place, and he's super nice and he's super funny. He's the total package, and I'm very excited he's here with us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stetson Banks.
Yes, clap everybody.
There he is. There's that little panic waddle. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be London towered between you guys. So one in the front, one in the back. Just loving it, guys.
Oh man, I can't wait for my mom to text me about that one. But listen, thank you for joining us. Have you been able to do any stand-up at all since the end of the world about 10 months ago?
I haven't. Haven't tried.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, yeah. We were one of the first. I think we were like the first that I knew around here to cancel our shows because we had a headliner coming down, and she called us on the way down from Chicago and said, hey, I woke up this morning with 103-degree fever, sore throat. And this is like right before everything started kicking off. So we're like, okay, we're canceling this weekend. And then the next weekend, everybody started canceling. So we haven't done anything since, no open mics. I did go down once, an outdoor show in the park that some people did, but everybody's nice and spread out. But that's all. Yeah.
It's tough to find the balance between like being safe and responsible, but also feel like you're doing it, like you're hustling. Am I trying hard enough? Am I staying busy? What do I do? That was kind of the whole reason me and whatever the fuck my co-host's name is, Steven and I. See, Angelia, it's not just you. Me and Steven started doing this is just to kind of be doing something, to be talking to comics again. We miss talking to stand-ups about comedy and all that, circle jerk bullshit. And so, yeah, man, we're excited to have you here.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Like I said, this is like the second thing I've done since March. I've done like one other podcast, so that's it. So I've just been out in my wood shop, just rubbing varnish on walnut today. So took a break for you guys.
Hell yeah.
That sounds like
whatever that's a euphemism for. We're glad you're here. That's at a bike shop. Spencer, it was that bike brewery place, right? In Northwest Arkansas? Stetson, that's probably what he's talking about.
No. It was a show in Kansas City when Megan
you did Spokes.
Velo Garage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
That place.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I hope they're not watching. Those losers.
I mean, the bar was nice. But man, I wish I would have had video rolling that night. We could have gone over that because it was one of those like we had, I think, one person there that wasn't on the show, and so everybody was just looking at him. I felt sorry for the guy, so I did like 3 minutes. I was supposed to do like 20. I did like 3 minutes. It's like, let's just get Megan up here and wrap this baby up.
Wow. I think I remember that.
There's a rule. There's a rule on Set to Destroy. Nobody can use clips from Velo Garage because it's just not fair. It's the reverse of Denver Comedy Works. It's the coldest room.
Exactly. Yeah. We do not accept clips from Velo.
It's
easy to get in the show.
Yeah.
I did a show. I closed a showcase there once, and I had to do 30 minutes, and I think I did 30 minutes and 4 seconds, and I was out of there, baby.
I think we did the last show there. Like I think I tried to say it was like no.
Yeah, I was on it. It was me and you.
Yeah.
Stets.
Yep.
Oh, and that's of course Colby, our wonderful, talented, handsome, sweet. Yeah. Colby, are you trying to say that we should have given you props a lot earlier in this show, like 15 minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Colby's the glue keeping this trio together. Colby's the coach.
It's an amazing setup. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What a-
We wouldn't even be
I'm
able to do this
impressed.
as a phone call without Colby.
Yeah, I'm impressed how fast he can get comments and stuff up. So, yeah, I asked Ryan, like, it's like, hey, what do you guys use? Like Zoom or Skype or what? Do I need to download something? He's like, I have no clue. It's like, it's your podcast. Like, how do you not know how it works? Like, I don't know. I just get this thing and I open it up.
I can't tell
Stetson
you
was
how many
like-
people. I can't tell you how many people have like texted me and been like, dude, so like, how do you do your podcast? Like,
Yeah.
what's the secret? What application are you using? And I'm just like, I am the wrong person to message about this. Like, there's no information I have besides I put up my laptop and then I just pray that Colby continues to be alive. Like, as long as Colby's living, I think we're good.
If Colby died tomorrow, this show and me and Steven would die with him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's just get into the clip, man. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
I'm horribly terrified of what might be coming up. So,
Yeah, you haven't done comedy in so long. This is just going to feel like what you used to do. It'll
Oh my
feel.
God.
Is this what comedy is? Is this how comedy feels?
I did. I pulled out an old external hard drive that I haven't used in like 3 years just to look for videos from when I began. And I sent you guys a few things over. I don't know what you used, but I sent you over like my first ever show that wasn't an open mic. I sent you over my first road show. And my God, it was horrible to watch. So I gave you guys nothing but shit to work with. So it doesn't matter what you guys pick. It's going to hurt.
That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
If Colby dies tomorrow, it's
because of all of you. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're love.
We're exhibit A, B, and C. We're the glove, and we fit all.
Colby's
three of us
only
in.
going to show comments about how we should be more thankful to Colby.
If you want to get shouted at, just praise Colby.
If you want to, if you want please comment
Also,
below
you
about
guys-
how we should appreciate him.
You guys, you should up his pay by like 200%.
We can't do this off air.
Yeah, I mean-
do this off air.
No, I mean, it's like, times 0. So it's still 0.
Colby, can you put your Venmo up somewhere on the screen so everyone can see it? Maybe people watching can just like, because like some Zoom shows say that you can tip if you want, but we don't really do that. But what if instead of tipping the show, they just tip Colby directly? I'll even do it. So
I will too. I knew somebody that was going through cancer and they've lost everything they've owned to pay for all the bills and stuff. And I was kind of scrolling some money back for that. But if Colby needs it, I will totally Venmo it to him. So, yeah. So I think everybody
That really
else
talked me
there
out of
should,
that.
too.
I'll pop her in the comments.
Well, we have this clip. Stetson, when was this clip? First off, when did you start doing comedy? How long have you been doing comedy?
August of 2015.
Okay,
So
5.
yeah,
6.
and 5 years, 6 years. Of course, I've had some extended breaks. Usually don't do much in the summer just because of my job, and then as I'm sure we'll get into at some point in 2019, I had a heart attack, so that took me out of the game for a little while. So I've been on and off, but yeah, I started in 2015. So yeah.
So, excusing, COVID times and then health stuff, you've been doing comedy for 4 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've done 14 open mics. So,
Yeah.
So was this was the heart attack after this clip that we're about to watch, or was it?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
this clip?
Everything I sent you is for my first 6 months. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Steven,
this
are
is
you
all.
Steven, are
This is
you
all
asking if Stetson watched this clip and then had a heart attack? Stetson, do we need to warn our viewers before we
didn't have
Like
a heart
as if
attack.
they're about to get on a roller coaster or something.
I didn't have a heart attack during these clips. When I was watching them, I was rooting for a heart attack. So
Reverse deja vu, where you create a past memory.
I was like, whatever happens, I deserve it. So,
Oh wow.
So
Well,
this is the first 6 months. This is the Blue Room, old Blue Room.
I don't know which one we're watching. If it's Blue Room, it'd be my first like real road gig, like outside of Fayetteville.
Colby,
So,
can we
yeah,
get
it's
like
that one.
okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I was.
This is like
okay.
so. This is before Blue Room's like even a comedy club. You know,
Mhm.
they used to. I think it was just monthly at first, wasn't it, Ryan? Like a monthly
Yeah,
showcase.
yeah.
And so Troy Giddings from Fayetteville, he just would always take like 2 or 3 people from Fayetteville, like every 3 or 4 months, and go up there, and they would just build as Comedians NWA, which is that's our group name for Northwest Arkansas. And then a bunch of people would get really, really confused, and a bunch of white people showed up. As we finally like, dude, you got to stop putting Comedians NWA on the billboard. Like,
Oh my
say Troy
God.
Giddings. But yeah, that's like Comedians NWA is like the name of our entire scene, because everything Northwest Arkansas is NWA, like the news station, the morning shows like Good Day NWA and everything. So it's something you don't even hear, but then you go other places, and like they said, they put it on the marquee out there. It's like Comedians NWA, and there'd be a lot of people did not expect
Just
us
a
to show
bunch
up.
of pale white Southern.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Do we get catfished?
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is old school Blue Room before when the stage was in the old spot. Like this is just right after it used to be just like a room in the back of billiards. It was just like used for storage, and they had just put a stage up, and you guys had just started doing like open mics and stuff there. And this is when Ryan still lived in Springfield.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They very occasionally had comedy there. They would some had music, sometimes like a yoga class or whatever. They were just doing all kinds of stuff in there. Mostly to store chairs.
Yeah. Yeah. And that really didn't change once they started doing shows. There was a lot of chairs to choose from. Most stacked up.
Stacks of chairs, man.
The one thing I noticed when I did pull this video was just how out of breath I was. I was so nervous. And this is one just overarching thing to listen to the whole time, is just how out of breath I was. And I can remember being back in the green room outside the stage, just so nervous. Cause I was like, this is it, you know. It's like, if I don't do good here, I'll never get to do this room again. And you know, so it was freaking me out. And and also at the time, this is like 4 months into doing comedy, 5 months into doing comedy, and the bit that had been just killing for me at open mics was making fun of Donald Trump's hair, which just so original, you know.
Wow.
And it was doing great. It's a horrible, stupid bit, but it was doing great with college kids at the open mic. And so it's like, you know what? The people of Springfield, Missouri are going to love that. And that's, I won't spoil too much, but
yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
get into it. Yeah.
All right, how you guys doing tonight? Good so far? So I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall the night that Trump's campaign came up with the idea to put a hat on him. Like, I just imagine it's like a meeting room, there's like a big board table, and there's all these political advisors, political consultants sitting around, and they're just grilling this poor hairstylist. They're like, hey, why don't you try maybe using like a different brand of hairspray or something? And the hairstylist is like, look, we've tried every kind of hairspray, all right? We've tried hair gel, we've tried hair mousse, we even put egg yolk in his hair. There's nothing out there that's going to keep Donald Trump's hair from looking like an aborted Yorkshire Terrier, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
I can see why you're out of breath. All the air just left the room.
Yeah. Like I said, looking back on it, it's such a stupid joke, you know, and it was just all that was just set up to make fun of his hair, you know. But Like
it's not a bad angle. His hair's the whole reason for the hat is because his hair's so bad. That's pretty good. But then it's just it goes on for such a long time.
Oh yeah, man.
That was immediately when I just like, oh no, because that always got a huge laugh, like in Fayetteville. You know, and the college kids and stuff was like, oh, that's funny, you know. But as soon as that didn't work there, it's like, oh no, everything I'm gonna do is not gonna work here.
That's scary. Yeah, when the thing you open with that normally works doesn't work. Yeah.
They all
There's
love
nothing out
Donald
there that's
Trump.
going to keep Donald Trump's hair from looking like an aborted Yorkshire Terrier, okay?
Aborted Yorkshire Terrier.
All three things that they're like, I have no idea. We only have pit bulls and Labradors. I'm like, what are you?
Do Yorkshire Terriers get abortions? Is that a thing?
Well, if they did, you know what it'd look like.
Yeah,
You
it would.
stupid dog.
I'm going to compare his hair to something no one's ever seen. That's the joke.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was, you know, I was all about being as absurd as I could, but I had a joke one time that had the phrase sadomasochistic bestiality role play in it. And I did it in Weston, Kansas one night outside of Wichita. And this one dude just like died laughing. And everybody, it was like in a country bar, like in the middle of a dance floor. And there's like one half of the room was like a Jeep club, and the other half of the room was bikers. And this one dude in the Jeep club just laughed and laughed and laughed. And he got done at the end of the show. He came up and talked to me. He's like, man, what was you said about that masochistic? He's like, oh yeah, it's sadomasochistic bestiality role play. He's like, that was such a funny joke. It's like, well, you're the only one who laughs. He's like, I don't think anybody else here knows what those words mean. Fair point.
Well, maybe that's what happened here. Maybe they just can't understand what you're talking about.
Too complex of an idea.
Well, this crowd, you won't get to see this, but Zach Slusher goes on after me, and he made fun of NASCAR, and that really pissed him off. So I'll give you a pretty good idea why that joke didn't work about Trump.
Keep going.
See, because like the Blue Room now kind of has like a lot of different folks going to those shows. But yeah, I think back then it was like people coming over from the pool hall. Oh, there's comedy tonight? All right.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Cheap pictures.
Paper the room. Yeah, they would just go out and just beg people to come in. Yeah.
Yep. Let's get back.
You know, when the political advisor chucks up a Hail Mary like, hey, why don't we just put a hat on him? A hat. You mean like a nice, classy hat, like a fedora, maybe matches his suit? You know, like something like that? No, I'm thinking...
so out of breath.
Let's go down to Goodwill. Let's find an old farmer's hat. Let's just write something on it. You know, like deport all the Mexicans before they rape our daughters. Or I support Muslim concentration camps. You know, one of Donald's core points.
You're the worst opener in history. Oh my God.
This is the longest joke I've ever seen that wasn't working. Like most people would have quit, but you were like, well, maybe the second half that's the same.
Well, I had
somehow magically get it.
I had every word of this scripted out. I mean, you'll notice like not only I'm out of breath, but it's just robotic because, you know, we only had one open mic and a week, and then I didn't get to do it. You know, I'd get on stage like once a week, so instead of going to 4 or 5 open mics and testing stuff out, I would just write and then just edit, just go over it all week and just pare stuff down and just recite it over and over like I was giving a speech. And that was my ways of working on material, you know, back at this time. So like I had, no matter how it was going, I already knew like what words were coming out. Nothing was going to change.
That's what each breath is. Each breath is like the moment before you know you have to continue. So you're really like sucking it all in. It's like, I don't want this to go any further.
You're just sucking it up, literally. Yeah.
It's absolute panic.
Man.
That's the most panic.
And also, Ryan could back me up on this. There's not a worse stage in the world to bomb on than that stage, that particular stage against that wall, because he had the brightest lights known to man. You could not see your front of your nose. And they were adjustable LED lights, and they were I mean, it was just like searchlights 3 feet in front of your face. You couldn't see anything. It was just it was absolute panic.
No. You can't see whoever's in the front row. Like, it's crazy how just jacked those lights were.
They were the brightest lights I've ever stared into.
And then when you're out of breath and you're going, when you're 3 minutes into your 4-minute shitty bit, those get hot too. Those are hot lights. Woo, man. Oh man, this is unfortunate. Yeah, panic. What is your Twitter handle again? Panic Twaddle.
Panicked waddle.
Panicked waddle. You're panic waddling across that stage right now. How much? Oh yeah. Are you the first comic on the show? There was probably a host, but then you.
Chris brought me up.
So you're like the first, because he doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't remember if he did anything. No, I apologize. There was one I did see on the video before me that went up. There's a certain old man. We'll just say that.
Dude,
we did some vaudevillian sexual assault jokes.
Yeah, pour one out for the homie.
Old Man Willie almost lived longer than you did, dude. You gotta change your life. This set should have been a wake-up call long before a medical wake-up call. This is debilitating.
You better start reading some joke books.
You better start reading some joke books, start reading the Bible. You better start doing a lot of things.
Oh, God. Oh,
Old Man Willie, just really fast, was like this super old guy who still does do stand-up in Springfield at the Blue Room. He's almost always the opener, goes up first. Does literally, he does jokes out of joke books like, I can't remember any right now, but I used to know his act like the back of my hand because it was always the same. And sometimes he would kill, and other times he would bomb horrifically. But and he wasn't a nice guy either. Like, you'd think like, oh, old guy doing jokes, whatever. Like, he was a mean, nasty, jealous, shitty dude who also happened to be a hack. And he'd like go be like, oh, until you know how to do joke books jokes, then you're not a fucking real comedian or whatever. And it's just like, I mean, Willie, you stink. Nobody at your home likes you. It's like a rite of passage for open micers to give you rides here. Like,
I only saw him a couple times, but most of the jokes revolved around tricking women into having sex. And that was pretty much the whole. Just different ways to trick.
Yeah.
You don't get the name Old Man Willie by being a decent fella.
My son Johnny, he said for his birthday, I want a jacket. So I took him into the bathroom and showed him how. That's one of his stories.
I hope he just gets stabbed.
We're making fun of it, but that would have definitely done better than what I was doing here. So,
no question. Yeah, originality is not key in this room.
You get off stage and Old Man Willie's like, "Hey, man, if you ever want some advice, here's my rotary phone number." Kathy Comics would be a breath of fresh air at this point. Let's get back.
Talk about a breath of fresh air. Get back to just breathing.
I like that. Love the message. But let's try this. Let's just write on there, "Make America Great Again." That way the press can't get all butthurt about it, but they'll know what we really mean. Wink.
Commentary.
Wait, why are they not all standing?
I
thought they were all going to stand.
I don't know. It was pretty brilliant. So I guess some people are just ahead of their time. So don't get appreciated until long after they die of a heart attack. So.
America Great. Man, I hate that hat. America's already great. You know how I know? Because of this thing they call interracial lesbian porn. All right? There's countries out there where same-sex couples still can't be together. There's actually countries out there where interracial couples still can't be together. But right here in the good old US of A, not only can a black woman and a white woman make sweet, passionate, tender love to each other, but a 52-year-old man who is dead inside can record it and distribute it online to other socially progressive patriots like myself. It's a beautiful country we live in, guys.
Don't make fun of this one because this is still in my rotation.
Well, for what it's worth, this is the best joke I've heard so far.
Yeah.
We're 8 minutes in, and of the 2 jokes I've heard, this is by far the least horrible.
Well, I sent you guys my first set ever, and I sent you like the first 6 minutes of it because the last 14 minutes are one story. I was a little long-winded back then.
Oh my God, I have nothing. That's
Just thinking about it gives me a
That's
raging
terrible.
heart freedom boner. Speaking of beautiful things to watch, you guys remember a movie from the 90s called Jack? Robin Williams, where he's a 10-year-old boy, but he's got a 40-year-old's body? Yeah. Like, he ages 4 times as fast. I love that movie. But to me, a more interesting time in that kid's life would have been when he was 5 and had a 20-year-old's body. Like, to me, that's a crazy time. And I was thinking about that. I was like, shit, what if I have a son one day and he has that same condition? Like, I don't know if I can handle a 5-year-old son who has a 20-year-old's body. Like, right off the bat, I would live in constant fear of being nut punched by a man-child on a daily basis. There's 2 things in this world that 5-year-olds live for, and that's watching cartoons, punching guys in their nuts. That's it. It's like every time I'm around a bunch of little kids, I get nervous. I like start sweating bullets, and I put my hands over my junk, and that's like 1A and 1B on the list of things you shouldn't do around little children when you're a large, oddly proportioned man with a neck beard like myself.
They hate you so much. You make them
So
so their stomach. You do talk really, really fast. That's probably a big part of, like, you don't really breathe very much.
I was so nervous. Like, probably one of the things that kept me out of like really trying stand-up comedy in my 20s was like I'm slow-witted. Like, there's no way if anybody ever heckle me, they would just destroy me. And I was just like, I can't do it. And that's the biggest thing I was afraid of, was being heckled. And I think I've been heckled like once, just because like who can fit a word in? You know?
I know that I wasn't. I know that I wasn't at this show, because if I had been, you would have been heckled at least twice. One of my favorite premises, by the way, ever, is when a comedian brings up like, you guys remember, and it's a movie that people don't still talk about. Like, it's not like it's still
so
in
asking
the.
if they remember, you know?
It's
I
like really old.
You remember this?
Do you guys remember the live-action Cat in the Hat movie? Here's 3 minutes about that movie. Yeah.
God, this is hard to get through.
I too am always getting my dick grabbed at by babies. Yeah, you're in good company.
Spencer, you don't have to put that on the internet, my dude. I just want you to know that everything you say, I don't know a lot, but I have watched The Wire recently, and they didn't have live stream video shows, but it seems pretty easy.
Do you guys remember The Wire?
I do know last week you guys had Nick on, and it just kept going back to kids, and now you guys are on kids again, and I just think at some point this is definitely going to be targeted by QAnon. Like, somebody's got to save the children.
Nick was also like, do you guys remember that movie 8 pounds or 7 pounds,
7
whatever
pounds.
it was? 7 pounds. Here's a
Also,
6-minute monologue.
Steven gave away the ending to 7 Pounds, a movie I'm never going to watch, and I was still furious. He spoiled it.
Oh, dude, there's no way I'm making it through that clip without Ryan realizing, I'll do it again, that he kills himself with a jellyfish. I'll double down on spoiling the ending of that fucking movie.
I've watched that octopus suicide so many times. It's so funny.
We're gonna close this show with it. We're gonna put that up there, and we're all gonna watch.
That's gonna be our intro video. Instead of the countdown, it's just gonna be that scene playing.
That for 5 minutes. It was like, hold up.
I can't believe I actually ruined that movie for people. I'm sorry, kind of, not really. It's too funny. It's too funny of an idea. I just imagine the guy writing that and then finishing it and being like, "I've done it. Oh, I've nailed it. This is."
Can you
There's so
imagine
many
being the one that has to find Will Smith's character's body, and you walk in and you're like, "Oh my god! Is that a jellyfish?"
Yeah,
Jellyfish is in the tub smoking a cigarette. Like, yeah. You want to fuck with me? Come here. Hey, come back. Jellyfish, like,
Jellyfish's husband rushes in there with his big hat on. Get out of here. Wait, can I please what, Angelia? How long was your first set ever?
that's a
And
good
she's
question,
talking,
Mr.
and she's talking to
14-minute
me
story.
when I first started in Fayetteville. Our open mic sets were 7 minutes, which is way too long. But we had one showcase like once a month for like our entire scene, and they were 20-minute sets, and that's why I was like, Sarah Pearl. That's where I met her. She was coming in like a guest on that first show I ever did, and I think it was like her first road gig. But she made so much fun of me that night because I was so nervous. I wrote out a set list, but not just like the topics I was going to go over. Like essentially, I wrote out everything and just like the headings of a paragraph I had listed out, and then I had like color coded cells to let me know like which joke. I was so nervous. I was like, the only thing I can do is just prepare and prepare and prepare. To do 20 minutes on your
It is
first,
interesting to
it
hear
was
and
so
see
intimidating.
that all of that preparation did not pay off.
That's not for this
You
show.
can try really hard and still.
Yeah. No,
That's
you
fascinating.
definitely. I had to learn that. I had to learn that. You can only prepare so much, and because at some point you're just a robot, just reciting a speech. So I've had to find that happy medium because I still, even when comedy's normal down here, we still only have one open mic. We have a lot more shows now, so I have a lot of opportunities to do more shows. But I still do a lot of preparing, a lot of editing before I get on stage. But I had to find
Well,
that
and
happy
to be
medium.
fair to you, 20 minutes is like a crazy amount of time for somebody
first
who's
set.
like, yeah. That's
I mean, it
bonkers.
was it was like 6 months for me before I got a 10-minute set. We did a 10-minute set that was when Stanford's came out with Second Stage, was when I did 10-minute sets. And even in a 10-minute set, like I was doing okay at the time, like, and I bombed so hard, and Merritt Lemons was lighting me. I don't know if I've told that story on this podcast, but Merritt Lemons is like lighting me, and I am not realizing it. And so she's lighting me from different angles around the stage. And I'm like, oh, she's taking pictures. I think she's taking like Instagram pictures of me. And so I do like 15 minutes just bombing. And she gets up and she's like, yeah, just so you know, if you're not doing well and you're getting the light, it's time to get off stage. And I was like, yeah. Learn that lesson. But that was like 6 months in. I can't imagine doing 20 minutes. It makes a lot of sense that you would start pumping a lot of words into your sets.
Yeah.
Well,
I had like
This
set
does sound like somebody trying to hit the word count on a shitty essay.
Oh yeah, so we did 7-minute open mic sets, and by this point I was where I'm doing this set. I'm probably 5 to 6 months in, somewhere around in there. So I've done several 20 open mics, 7-minute sets. So I have a lot of material. Not always good, not much. Most of it wasn't, but I was like, I've got to do as many jokes as possible, in this 10-minute slot I had here. So I was so fast, so sped up. But
I want to see some more.
Yeah.
But beyond living in fear of being nut punched by a man-child, I think my biggest issue with a 5-year-old who had a 20-year-old's body would be, he knows what I'm talking about. It's if he had a bigger penis than me. I'm sorry, there's not enough love in this old heart right here to overcome the pure, seething hatred I would have for that child, all right? Like, he could just come into the kitchen and be like, hey, Dad, can I have some more cereal? And I'll be like, oh, you want some more cereal? Is that what you want? Well, you mean the cereal that I bought with the money that I earned at my job? You know the thing I go to every day while you sit at home and finger paint and watch SpongeBob? You want some more of that cereal? Well, I tell you what, you're always walking around the house with your horse cock just flopping around like you're the man around here. You want to be the man around here? You go out, get your own job, and buy your own cereal, you piece of shit. Oh, you're gonna cry now? Is that what you're gonna cry? Well, tell you what, you and your horse cock can go outside and cry. I'm trying to watch Sports Center.
Hell yeah. I love that energy that's like one way. Like the crowd is just like, you're just like, and then you're like feeding off of stuff that isn't there. Also, like, there ain't enough love in this heart or blood or oxygenated. There's a lot of, hang on. Whew. He sure is leaning on the mic stand a lot. And like, what a funny insight into your brain. Like you saw, like you're like, well, okay, the 5-year-old's gonna have a bigger dick than me, and I'm gonna have to fight him about it. There's something there.
Yeah, I mean, we can all say that. Like, it would be hard to have a man child like just roaming around with a horse cock. Yeah.
Stetson, how old are you now? I'm 30, but man, when my dick was 20, that was
I'm 36. I think this is that's another one that was just destroying at open mic, you know, in Fayetteville and stuff. And I was so excited about it. Like that was like my calling card bit. Like I'd done it like 2 or 3 times, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna do the Jack joke tonight?" And everybody's asking me that every time I showed up, and like I was so excited. I was like, "Guys, I'm gonna blow them away." And then I got done. I was like, "Oh no!" Like,
you found out everybody.
That joke never did good again after this. Like I tried it 3 or 4 more times, and I think this is just like absolutely just destroyed my confidence in it, and it never worked again. I never like it's just this was it.
Go outside and cry. I'm trying to watch Sports Center.
You're like, all right, I deserve a sip for that one.
It sounds like somebody just like a flight just landed.
Plane.
Obviously, I know by this point I know what you guys are all thinking, so I'll address the elephant in the room. Everybody's like, man, this Stetson guy, he is funny. He is charming. He is smart. He has got the kind of looks that gives women the pussy sweats. I bet he can't keep the ladies off of him. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's not actually been the case. I've always actually had a pretty rough time when it comes to dating him. I've never been able to put my finger on why. Like, it's almost like if I didn't know better, I'd say women these days aren't even turned on by fat guys with no facial definition and low self-esteem. It's like, I know that's not the case, but it almost seems like that sometimes. I guess it hasn't always been terrible though. Like, I actually started out pretty strong. I had an awesome girlfriend in 5th grade. Like,
I was gonna say he can't be talking about this set. Oh my good God.
Yeah. What a segue.
I love that you type out your sets, and so I just imagine that the breaths are like the 2 spaces after the period.
No, I do ellipses, like 3 periods. Yeah, and so many of these, like you're right. I can remember like the moment writing some of these and be like, "Oh my God, that's gonna kill so hard." Like, you're so excited, and then you do it's like, "Oh, what happened?"
Oh, dude, always the rug that's going to get pulled out from underneath you is the idea when you write something and you go, hey, that's good. And then you call your friend and you're like, here's what I thought about. And they're just like, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And because
yeah,
it's your
yeah.
comedian friend, they're like, yeah, man, you should try it.
Yeah.
Open and close with it. Yeah, you write it, and then afterwards you put a little, okay, and there's where I'm going to pause for laughter, and then I'll say, yeah.
Give me more
I
of
had an
this.
awesome girlfriend in 5th grade. Like, we used to hold hands, and I mean, we never kissed or anything. Let's keep it real for a second. 11-year-old Stetson didn't date sluts, all right?
It's another one I thought like
Oh.
I thought everybody would get like the character,
Mhm.
like the whole pussy sweats and everything is like, obviously like I'm making fun of myself. But
Obviously.
yeah. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably
but-
right, Spencer. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be self-deprecating when there's nothing to make fun of. So yeah.
And you know what?
Really-
For that
And
crowd,
that-
it wasn't entertaining at all. But for us, this is amazing. This is the most our comments have gone off ever. You've really got the people. You were ahead of your time. You were just doing it.
Yeah.
You're about 4.5, 5 years ahead of your time.
I like what
Will,
you said a
I
moment ago about how you can't be self-deprecating and there's nothing to make fun of, which is so true because you're not making fun of very much in this set. You're making something. I wouldn't call it fun. It's not the first word that would come to my mind.
making a lot of hot air.
A
Making
lot of
words.
hot, thin air. Woo.
Oh God.
religious growing up. So that meant that I was saving myself for marriage, which self-imposed celibacy sounds terrible, but compared to now, when I'm just not having sex solely because nobody will have sex with me, kind of makes me yearn for yesteryear. Back when my celibacy had some purpose. Now it's just
Stetson
like
was a
that
hipster
McCain Palin
incel.
Huh?
I said Stetson was a hipster incel. He was on that train early.
Yet another way you were ahead of your time. You're ahead of your time in only bad ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
2008 bumper sticker on the car that is my life. I had this girlfriend in high school that I was like absolutely obsessed with, loved her, and we were having this conversation one night, and we were talking about like celebrities, like who we had celebrity crushes on, and she said, Stetson, if I gave you a free pass to cheat on me with any female celebrity, what would you do? And I thought about it for a little bit. I was like, I would take that pass, I would rip it up into small pieces, I would throw it in the trash, because I wouldn't trade one night of pleasure with any girl on earth for the lifetime of happiness that I hope to have with you someday. And she looked at me dead in the eyes, and her beautiful, soft young voice, she said, I'd use my pass to fuck Heath Ledger. Oh well, fast forward to present. Heath Ledger died of a drug overdose. She's a lesbian now. And last weekend I masturbated so hard I ruptured a blood vessel in my eyeball, so. As Mr. Dillon says, the times are changing.
I do. I did that joke quite a bit when I started out, and I'd say after she asked, what I would do with my cheat pass, I'd say, I'd tear it up into a million little pieces and throw it away because I wouldn't trade one night of pleasure with any woman on earth for the lifetime of happiness I want to have with you. And like every show I did, like everybody'd be like, "Oh." I did this at one show though one time, and this girl just goes, gross."
Yeah, dude.
Get that fake sincerity shit out of here. Yeah.
That completely chopped me down on my knees. Yeah.
I like that both of y'all have had a gross. I haven't had a gross before. I've had some rough ones. I've never had gross. Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross is hard. Gross might be worse than boo because gross is specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, but gross could be because you mentioned like jizz or something. Boo is like, I disagree with you as a person. Like I don't like your existence.
But we didn't mention jizz. In fact, Stetson just said a nice thing. That's all he did.
It was just a woman just like pictured herself being in that moment with me. She's like, oh.
You were revolting.
It wasn't so much the words that were said. It was who said the words.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. You gave her the pussy sweats, but they were like nervous sweats. Or like the sweats that you get when you have food poisoning.
she
got all clammy.
Yeah.
She was drying up, but it had to go out.
Ryan just heard that. Well, I'm not proud of that.
No, I didn't hear it. What did you say it again?
I said she got all clammy.
I heard you the first time.
Okay. I'm just imagining in 5 years.
So much it makes me want to kill myself.
I'm gonna be on a podcast in 5 years where they go back and make fun of previous podcast experiences you've had. It's gonna be this episode.
And Michael Keaton's gonna be dead, and they're gonna be like, "Did you know? Did you know you were gonna do this?" Is there more? How long is this set?
Hey, Colby, I don't know how much more. It's probably 3 or 4 minutes, but Colby, if you can, just skip to the last 10 seconds and watch how hard it is for me to find the microphone stand.
All right, let's do it.
This is my favorite part. This is the dismount. The dismount is the best part for new comics.
Oh, this is pretty rough.
You got to hear the final
punch.
Anything.
But we have this great friendship, and we can make sexually charged jokes and all this stuff. And I called her, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, I just stepped out of the shower. What's up?" And I said, we're not friends anymore, so I mean, I don't think it was particularly that, but it sure didn't help. So anyway, my name is Stetson. You guys have been great. Thanks for coming out tonight. Give it up for Stetson, ladies and gentlemen!
What a character that guy
is. Hello. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, that was
he had to try. Crisco had to try to I got to get this energy up, and I'm gonna literally do jumping jacks.
The best part about our podcast is the ability to fuck to it. That's the number one rating on our iTunes is very fucking podcast.
Yep.
I'm glad to reach new audiences in Walmart.
Yeah, hey,
it's hard not to feel erotic when you're listening to this.
Angelia, go grab the intercom. Just tell them you're lost. You need to find your mom and that her name is on your phone.
There were 2 claps.
That had to set a record for the longest mic reach, though, right?
You got a round of a pause. Pretty good. Colby, give me something from the board for that one. All right.
Oh my God. Stetson, are you how do you feel right now? Are you good? Is your heart okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you remember you and I did a show. You and I did a show in Nebraska on Halloween in Nebraska City. Nebraska City, which I didn't know existed. I didn't know was a place.
Yeah.
And it was such a fun show. Like the 4 comics that they had, like so much fun. But we went. Do you remember the Bumblebees, the costume contest?
Yeah, vaguely.
It was a costume contest, and we walked into the bar, the 4 of us, and I'm walking behind Ty, one of the other, like one of my favorite comics in Kansas City, Ty Clay. I'm walking behind Ty, and there are two bumblebees. They're doing a costume contest, so they're in like full bumblebee garb with a hat and like a stinger on their ass. And then Ty like double takes at him, and then so I look at him, and it's two bumblebees who are also in blackface. Like
Yes, I do remember this now. Yes,
like that they
blackface
were like
bumblebees. Yeah,
blackface, and then like they were just like, nobody's gonna get what we are if we don't.
yeah, nobody's gonna know.
They just did like Sharpie. Like it was like they just like put Sharpie around their face 100 times.
I do remember, like I set up, I made a little, like a little behind the scenes sort of, not a documentary, but whatever you want to call it, just like a 10-minute video of, because Megan and I were on the road for like 8 days, and just a lot of like different shots of, not really any audio, just like music playing and stuff, but every show I did like, a few video clips and stuff, and I remember I had to like go in and edit them all because behind the stage there's like a big yellow "Don't Tread on Me," and I was like, "This is just yeah, don't tread on me" flag right there. I was like, yeah, probably nobody wants that in the back of their video.
Nothing says our comedy like it don't tread
Yeah.
on me flag.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey Ty, you want this picture of you with the "Don't Tread on Me" behind you?"
Oh, we'll get a
Yeah.
group picture. You with the bumblebees.
Yeah.
We'll all just hang out. Oh
That's
my
so
God.
funny because, like, if you saw somebody in a bumblebee costume and I don't know, they weren't in blackface, you'd
How would you
still
know?
probably be able to tell they were bumblebees.
I mean, it could just be a fancy sweater, just a big puffy sweater. You have to be sure.
That's
is what I'm
the
saying.
Nebraska version of the chicken and the egg. Like, what came first, the blackface or the bee outfit? Like at first they put
Oh,
the,
God.
at
They're
first they
just
put the
sitting at home in
Oh
blackface on. And they were
blackface,
like,
and
we
he's
should
like, "Hey."
probably add something to this.
Yeah.
Oh God, dude. I love that they're going
Or
as
one of
Houston
them
rappers.
one of them showed up in blackface, and the other one just had a bee costume on, and they're like, "We got a match."
I thought, okay, I know what to do.
I love that they got together and they were like, okay, we've got the bee costume, but we're not going to win the contest unless we commit. How are we going to get our gift card to Chili's if we don't put the shoe polish on our forehead?
If you think about it, last year we didn't do blackface, and last year we did not win. So
Did the winner do blackface? No, but we didn't. And that's the point.
yeah.
Oh, so we have one more clip. Is that right, Colby? One or two? This is
Yeah.
fun. I don't even know how much time we've been doing. This is
Oh,
gonna be
man,
fun.
yeah. You know how like there's like fewer and fewer bees? Like it's a problem. Like we're running out of honeybees. It's because all the bees are disappearing because they keep getting canceled for wearing blackface. They're looking up old tweets from bees.
You know what? That sounds right. It's a real hive mind thing. It's a real. This is off topic, but yesterday I called butter cow honey. Does that check out?
Butter cow honey.
Is butter
Yeah,
could that? Okay. All right. Well,
Probably
back
not.
to Set to Destroy. You can kiss that like button. Remember how much fun we were having? Stetson, do we have more clips?
We should do a clip, like because like we've talked about like having more clips of the show to post, just quick little clips to share. We should only do clips of when we tell jokes that don't work. Just a montage of just trying
You guys
to
are
be
calling
funny.
me long-winded. You want me putting out 15-minute clips?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, we're already doing that right now.
It's called your show.
Just tune in. It's an hour. Colby, how many more clips do we have?
The one with a little bonus thingy after it.
All right, let's pull
All
up the
right.
one.
Yeah, this is my first ever.
Hi, like I said, my name is Stetson. I get the same questions every time I meet somebody, so let's get these out of the way. Yes, my name is Stetson. Yes, like a cowboy hat. No, I'm not a cowboy. Yes, I am the same Stetson who won the heavyweight division at the 2011 Professional Breakdancing Championship. No, I don't do professional breakdancing anymore. Those assholes kicked me off the tour. Some people said my routines were too anti-Semitic.
This is already better than your last clip.
Well, I got
Yo,
home
dude,
field advantage. This is in Fayetteville. You know.
That's such a good joke. That joke still works.
Breakdances were too anti-Semitic. That's nice. Nice. Stetson wearing Stevens clothes and material. That's a good question.
We both
Very
look like we
good
run the
questions.
Family Life Center at the church.
The fit on that shirt
name's-
does make it look like it's probably Stevens. Like it's way too tight. But,
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
I crossed the line whenever I made the crowd watch Two Girls, One Cup on a projection screen while I ate brisket on stage. That's not even breakdancing. Excuse me, I'm sorry you mouth breathers don't understand true art.
You're one. Mouth breathers.
This set is fucking fire, dude. You got worse.
this was.
Can we
that's what I
watch
said
your?
when
Instead of
when I
watching
went
your
in
first set, we should watch your last one. Jesus. Art.
Dude, that would be art. I was thinking that same thing. It would be art if you just had Two Girls, One Cup on a projection and then you're eating brisket. That's 100%.
Yeah.
Somebody in the crossroads would pay a lot of money for that.
It's not bad.
no wet wipes allowed. But
Mhm.
Oh my god.
So have you guys ever found yourself so drunk that you were shirtless outside of a nightclub you just got kicked out of? And you're aggressively yelling at strangers about how much you want to mouth fuck Barbara Bush? Just me on that one? Okay. Well, to be fair, that wasn't even actually me, it was my alter ego. He comes out sometimes whenever I have too much to drink. You know, it's like give me some booze and I go from fat Clark Kent to shit-faced Superman. Look! It's a bird! It's a plane! It's just a fat guy hitting on a girl with prison tattoos!
inspired by true stories.
Inspired by true stories with the confidence of somebody sober reliving it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
her.
When I
Yeah.
first started, I still was like, thought that just like telling stories about being drunk all the time was the funniest thing in the world. So now I can't even drink. Not because I had a drinking problem. I really never did have a drinking problem. It's just the whole being fat and the heart attack and liver problems from that. So like, I only have a cool story about like having to stop drinking. It's just I'm too fat.
This is
That's
the
an on
saddest
record and say
It
that
Gets Better video I've ever seen.
I think a heart attack is a fine reason to quit drinking. I quit drinking
Yeah.
because my bilirubin levels were high. I think you're good.
Yeah, my friends have actually given my alter ego his own name too. They call him Drunk Stetson. It's not that creative, but he gets the point across. If I could describe Drunk Stetson, I would say that he is an offensive hurricane of social destruction. But for everything,
I thought that was
every
gonna
now and then he
kill.
does do something to
Yeah, hurricane material really works in Northwest Arkansas. They really love that.
I mean, so far though, you're doing really well. I mean, I don't think that they could tell that was a joke.
No.
Like I think that they just thought you were just kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
you like the guy. Like the other day, I got a box from UPS and I opened it up and had a bunch of really nice sweaters in there. Well, come to find out, after a night of heavy drinking, drunk Stetson got online and ordered me a bunch of new clothes. So thanks, drunk Stetson. It was very thoughtful of you. Doesn't quite make up for the fact that you also just texted that girl I met and told her I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Connecticut. Drunk Stetson, you know I barely graduated from the Muff Diving Institute of Technology.
Dude, I think the Blue Room killed you.
That joke sucked. Like that was a whole different joke, and I was like, I can't fit that whole joke into this 20-minute set. Where can I find the time for it? And so like I snuck it into that, and it doesn't even make sense there. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I mean the joke was stupid to begin with. But
I'm telling you, this is somebody that flew too close to the sun.
Yeah, exactly. This is the first half of a Greek myth. Do we have? I'm not interested in watching you do well. What?
So,
what's going on here?
It does okay, but mainly it was the last like minute or two of this clip is me telling a story, and I'm debuting a video that nobody else has ever seen before of that story. And I can tell it. Yeah. So I mean, if you just watch like the last couple minutes, last minute or so,
you should have done blackface. This would have been a masterpiece with blackface.
Oh, dude, Springfield would have gone crazy for blackface.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. If you had done those same bits, can you imagine how weird that would have been, criticizing Donald Trump but in blackface? Like, wait a minute.
Oh.
But about 5 minutes after they left, another of my friends shows up, and guess what he likes to drink? Jaeger. Quick update, I still like to drink Jaeger. We drink a lot of Jaeger. So much so that he was passed out on the table like 2 hours later like this. Which in sign language, means shit-faced. It's like, hey Marley Matlin, how drunk did you get last night? You get really shit-faced? So, the lead singer of my band had just witnessed me drink 2 of my friends unconscious. So he now knows he's dealing with drunk Stetson and it's time to go. So he takes me back to his house, but he does not let me go in because he knows that I am a Jaeger volcano that is due for vomit eruption any moment. So he leaves me on the porch, he goes inside, and I'm sitting there and it hits me. I've got to puke. And like it really, really hit me. Like it hit me like I was the opinionated wife of a drunk redneck. It really hit me.
Not talking that one.
Oh no.
I love Donnie Baker. Hitting dingers.
It's so good that Drunk Stetson has your back. Is that a proper noun? Did I do a good job?
Yes. It's a proper usage.
There's nothing proper about this. You were in a band?
I was, yeah. Back like when I was in college. I mean I sucked really, really, really bad. But where I grew up I play guitar. The thing that's that right there.
I guess that was probably a stupid question.
Yeah.
I was the guitar player and the comedian in the band.
Yeah. But where I grew up, there was no place to do comedy, so just got together, made dumb bands with friends. So, yeah. But this what this story's about is I got my lead singer and I had gone out and he had like a sinus infection, so he didn't want to drink. So, like I never got to just drink out of control because I always had to be the DD. And so I just got absolutely destroyed on Jaeger, like drank 2 friends unconscious. So then he had to take me back to his house. And so that's what this the story here
No time
wraps
to
up.
react. And to say I got a little bit of throw up on my clothes would be quite an understatement. So I decided I need to ditch the evidence and flee the scene. So I rip my shirt off, I flop out of my chair, I unbutton my pants, I crawl out of my pants, also my underwear, and my plan was, when I got over here and my buddy came out, I'd be like, look, man, I don't know what just happened. There's like this other guy, and he came up here and he was saying like he said that our band sucked, and then he stole all my clothes and he puked on them, and then he puked all of your patio furniture. Can you believe that? I didn't get to use my plan because, unbeknownst to me, my buddy had come back out almost immediately, saw the whole thing happen. Not only that, got his phone out and recorded it. So somewhere out there, there's an old Nokia phone that thankfully took to its grave a video of me army crawling out of every stitch of clothing I had on, rolling over my back like a beached whale, realizing the lead singer of my band is videotaping me. And I looked straight into the camera and I was like, is this gonna be on Behind the Music someday?
So this story's a little embellished because, that video was on an old phone that didn't exist anymore. And, I changed, I embellished it a little bit, and then I showed it to my friend and he's like, oh no, I still have that phone. And he pulled off like a 2006 Nokia. Like, it was like the first person I knew that could like make a video recording with their phone. Like, it was a big deal, like an old Nokia. And he sent me the video of me. I didn't quite get all the way naked. I got down to my underwear, but I threw up all over everything. And then I was just like crawling like a beached whale through his porch. And I did say that, is this going to be on Behind the Music someday? And nobody's ever got to see this video except for me and him. And now you kind viewers, you will get to see me absolutely wasted on Jaeger, crawling through my own vomit.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like I need to be eating some brisket.
Oh my God.
Who's the one that took about 14 Jaeger bombs tonight?
Jaeger's delicious. Yeah, I'll have to translate some of this for you.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, baby boy.
Can we, Colby, can we just pull it back like a few seconds just before it zoomed in there? Can we just, what is it? What are we even looking at, right? Is that your heart? What are we even
That's
looking
me on my
at?
side and my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Is this a camel? How is this? What is?
Oh my God.
It's
You look like you're giving birth to yourself. This is Jaeger is not delicious. No.
No, dude. You know what they say? Jaeger goes straight to your belly button.
Jeez Louise.
Behind the Music
Worse.
Now you can see my butt crack starting to come out a little. Yeah. Yeah, finish them here.
Pull your fucking pants out.
He said, "Go God, dude, pull your pants up." And I go, "You pull your pants up."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is this what happened to B Rabbit after he choked in the first roast battle? The first battle rap?
Dang.
Oh my God. Ohio is for lovers. Arkansas is for
I can't
drunks.
be on another list for watching this. Yeah, we're all flagged.
Dude, this is all we're getting taken down tonight. Oh man. This looks like it would end up on World Star. We could make like a conspiracy video about this. I could tell people that this like this is fucking like John McCain.
Oh man,
He's back, baby.
Vietnam was hell. Oh
How about-
man, keep it going for our POWs who are just
Oh my god.
oh no.
Oh, are you up? You're standing up. Oh,
Here
congrats.
I got up.
Oh my
Yeah.
Wow, dude. I've got to say, between the sets and the booze and this, I really can't believe you had a heart attack. I cannot. believe it blows my mind that anything would be wrong with your internal
I know.
organs.
Yeah. Well, that's this is what happened. I got the sugars, and then I got the heart attack.
The sugars kills you.
I'm bringing that back. If I
That's
gotta
us
tell people I had
Northwest
diabetes,
Arkansas. Well, you know, I got the sugar foot, and you know, next thing is the old coal heart.
I don't know if Colby realizes that's like just like froze on my butt crack. I know
I
it's
think
hard to
he
make
knows.
things out.
You know.
Oh God.
Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of, the two girls and the one cup people would be watching this like, Jesus.
Dial it
That
back.
went on for a really long time and got worse and worse. I don't know.
I think he's like scrolling back and forth like it's a TMC conspiracy video. Like they're just looking through every
Dude,
angle of
that
it.
shot right there. That shot right there. Oh man.
This is
Look at that. That's like a good pillow. That'd be like a pillow you'd see on an infomercial right there. Look at that.
That would get
Got
a,
a-
that would get like a livestock judge like envious of like a good pig or something right there.
Your body
look
looks like
like-
a packing peanut.
you do look like you just won whatever's beneath the blue ribbon at the state fair.
I got the green. I got the green participation ribbon.
Is this gonna be behind the livestock exchange?
This is the worst. This is the worst version of Charlotte's Web I've ever seen. That is some pig. Ooh. Oh my god.
Oh man.
You're
Is it
welcome,
just like
guys.
he's trying to
Nobody's
hump
ever
the
gonna
door?
tell you that before. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. The whole time you were telling us the story and setting it up, I was just like, "Are we about to see?" I'm really glad that we got to.
Yeah. Thanks to my
God,
buddy
man.
Nick Bledsoe, aka Charles Lamborghini, for digging out his old Nokia phone and getting a data cable for an old
Yeah,
Nokia phone to transfer it to a computer. Yeah. Yeah, it took some dedication. So shout out Charles Lamborghini.
Babe.
Oh,
He's quite the babe, isn't he? Yeah, the Blair Witch Project's illusions folks are commenting are good too.
Yeah.
God,
This
man.
is more as far as found footage goes.
Yeah,
This is way
this is-
more horrifying.
This is found footage nobody should have ever found.
Dude, this would have 37% on Pornhub for sure.
Yeah.
It's like- just had one comment underneath is like, I didn't like it, but I finished it.
And it's
This
just
is that video is the try to come challenge.
oh, dude, TikTok's getting wild. TikTok's going crazy. It's just some guy going, I could do it this time. I could do it this time. I could do it this. Fuck! Oh God. Oh man. I gotta be honest. This is Stetson. This has been such a wonderful, wonderful episode. Oh shit, the try to come challenge. That's gonna really sit with you for a minute.
Next time I'm in Denver, dude, and I see you on stage, I better be in your act somewhere.
He's got
this
yell,
shitty-
gross.
He's got this shitty grin, like he's already making it in his mind. He's already got the joke wrote up. So yeah,
God,
that's
man,
perfect.
this has been fun, Stetson. I've missed you so much, and this has been.
Spencer hit me up in the DMs after.
We've got some more videos for you.
To everybody who.
oh,
no, go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna start blowing him after this. If you've got anything for the audience, you should let them have it right now. You should.
I was just going to say, everybody who watched, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Those of you who commented and liked the video, Stetson Banks falls out of a well and does 20 minutes on beating well endowed kids up. You do look like like if you watched this set that we just watched and then the phone rings and it's like 7 days and then you crawl out of the computer and you just vomit all over everybody.
Oh my God.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Stetson, I miss you. I miss all the people in NWA. It's such a fun scene and y'all built something really, really wonderful there. You're like a phoenix where you did great. I don't know how phoenixes work, but you started out great and then you died a great death. And you've risen as a shining jewel in Arkansas, which is tough to do, and we really love you for it. Thank you for doing this, man. Can you tell people where to find you?
Just down there on the handy dandy cheat sheet that Colby gave you there. Panicked Waddle on Twitter. Just search my name, Stetson Banks, on Facebook or Instagram. And I don't really have anything else to plug right now. If you do go to my YouTube, Stetson Banks, I did make an animated short over the quarantine here that I'm pretty proud of, and like 6 people viewed it. So it was definitely a good use of a few months of work. So yeah, go check that out. It's on my Facebook page and on YouTube, and it's called Like a Curse, and it's about a support group for people who were conceived while their parents were listening to Bob Seger's Like a Rock. So
I love the idea that that's the sketch, and also it's like we should animate it.
I mean, I'd always wanted to film it like an actual support group, like get everybody together and do it and stuff, but we couldn't. And I'm trying to learn how to animate, and so I was like, hey, here we go. Let's start out. One thing I know about animation, you should always start out with a 10-minute long animation project. It goes by super fast.
Angelia, you can file a class action lawsuit against Robinhood, and they will pay you back for everything that you've seen here today. So just make sure you tell them how much you lost.
You'll be hearing from my attorney, Lynn Wood. So just throwing that out there. Nobody knows who Lynn Wood is. Okay, that's Trump's lawyer.
Do you guys remember Lynn Wood?
The guy who's right now having to prove to the state of Georgia he's mentally competent to keep his bar or his license. But yeah,
barbecue and
that's gonna be the best
on
we start about you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Stetson, shit, man, you really did not have to let us see that, but you did. And
we didn't even show the video that I was like, I would like to show you, but I can't because it can't be shown publicly. So there's another video out there that exists, guys. So you'll just have to let your imaginations run wild.
So the one that we got to see was the appropriate one.
Yes.
That was the work appropriate. Good.
The one I'm fine with being public. The other one, I'm like,
all right.
Yeah.
DM us the other one. We'll FaceTime each other and watch it soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Man, thank you so much for doing the show.
bet.
This was a lot of fun. It was great seeing you. Great getting to talk to you. Yeah, man, stay, healthy and, all that good shit. And then, yeah, once you're able to tour again, everybody go see Stetson. He's a good dude, but also he's a really funny comic. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Thanks,
man.
sir.
Like,
Likes,
comment,
and
subscribe.
comments, and all that stuff. We really
Follow.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Everybody, round of applause
yes.
for Colby, everybody. Stetson, Colby, yes. Give your comments. Yeah. Audience, thank you, audience. Check us out. We love you guys so much.
Next week, next Sunday, early start time. We're doing it
10 a.m.
Sure. 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Kansas City time. Super early.
Sunday service. Bring your best clothes. Dress appropriately. Okay. We're talking khakis, button downs. Don't come in here with any of that casual shit. Okay. We're a fancy organization. So please wear your ties.
Are we really
other,
all right.
Yeah, no, I'll wear a tie. I'll wear a whole suit. I don't.
Right,
Colby's gonna wear one too.
Absolutely.
Even though, Colby's gonna wear one too. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. That sounds good.
All right, I love you guys. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy your week. Enjoy whatever you're doing. Mwah. Be good.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.